It's always been told that Agile Scrum, there is no role as a project manager. Have tried to get the answer through my CSTs, but unable to find an appropriate answer. So, okay, so are you looking for a answer, or you are just making a comment? I'm not clear, but if I'm making my own question out of it. So if I'm taking it, you may want to know my opinion that do we have a project manager role in Agile and Scrum? Yeah. So I'm interpreting it like this, and it's my opinion. I'm not saying from somebody or no. So technically speaking, there is no role of a project in Scrum. If you try to find a project in Scrum guide, you will not find it. So when there is no project, there is no project manager. That's it. Yeah. So the whole idea, the way I interpret Scrum is a product development facilitation guide. How do you facilitate product development? That's the Scrum way of working, or the Scrum guide or a Scrum approach helps us in doing product development. Now, in industry, I'm not saying good or bad, many end up doing this product development with the help of series of projects. Yeah. And they end up hiring vendors, making contract, and have their own complications, which needs to be dealt with. And they end up creating projects. Now, when you create a project, then you need someone who owns the project. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, because there are various activities, there are various stuffs which get attached to that project, which may not be there if you are just following a product development space. So usually, and that's the PMI approach, which we can say is that even in the Agile way of working, if your organization is working in a project mode, that's a big if, then you probably need a project manager. Yeah, because the project mode will have activities associated with taking care of billing, taking care of proper ensurement of alignment, ensuring the stakeholder engagement, ensuring a proper deliverables and acceptance and sign-offs at various milestones, and a lot of inter-organization and outside organization handling dependency management might be needed. So if you work in a project mode, then you need a project manager. So that's how I can understand the PMI approach with the new Agile way of working. And that's what I see in the market. Whenever they have a project way of working, even in the Agile space, they end up adding this stuff. Two questions, more or less similar. So how does the PMP play a role in Agile project management? And the another question is coming is, do we have any similarities between Agile project management and PMI project management? So see, as I said, I don't think that there is an established body of knowledge which is called Agile project management. So either there is a Agile product delivery or there is a project management. Like Agile project management, yeah, there are some certification programs and all, but overall, the credibility wise, you have a project management or you have an Agile way of working. So these two are more common. Now the new PMP exam is covering 50% of Agile way of working. So the whole idea here is project management is project management. You may have some of the part of the project or some component of the project getting executed in Agile way. Some of the one might be getting executed in a predictive way. So the current PMP exam approach is that you can have two extremes. One is predictive and another is adaptive. But you can have many things in between also. So, but the whole idea is, are you working on project? So if you're working on a project, you need to apply project management skills, which is mainly about engaging with stakeholders, managing their expectation, understanding the business value, re-looking at a business value at a various milestones, and ensuring the risk and communication so that stakeholders and everybody is informed. So this is something is universally needed, irrespective of you are focusing on Agile way of execution, you are focusing on predictive way of execution. Now the PMI approach is when you decide a life cycle, your work related to scope management, change management, cost management, time schedule management may adapt accordingly. So say if I'm working in the Agile approach, I will never have a scope baseline. Yeah. So there is, even in the PMP exam, we don't have a scope baseline when we are working in the Agile way, because scope is emerging on a daily basis. But if I'm working in a predictive life cycle, I will have a scope baseline and I will build my time, my scheduling, my costing on top of scope. Yeah. Whereas if I'm working in the Agile way, in the same PMP exam, I will have scope emerging and my scheduling and costing might be based on capacity or might be based on some top level planning, not based on the scope. So I may say, okay, we are going to put a 6 months, we are going to put this much money and trying to achieve this value out of it. Let's see what we do on a iterative basis. So that's how the PMP takes the project management. And in my understanding, the way I teach PMP, I have been teaching it for around 9 years. There is no difference between agile project management and just project management. There is a difference when you get into some areas of knowledge management. So you need to pick up the appropriate project management practices, appropriate project management rigor based on the context. And the whole thing is in the industry, what PMI is observing is a lot of things are in between. There is no predictive, there is no agile, but there is in between things. And we can say in between things should not exist, but good amount of projects exist in between. So a project manager need to have both the skills or a variety of skills. So that's the whole idea of PMP certification in 2021.